What I can share with the government of Kerala, the lone Marxist government in India, is nothing but a never-ending series of fun. Let me begin from the latest developments and try to go back for a few months. And actually the story started when the first case in the series of cases against the government of Kerala and allegations regarding so many corruption cases came into the limelight. The last one among the series is regarding the privatization of Trivandrum Airport. A few months back or even years back, Government of India decided to privatize the operations of a few airports in the country. One among them was Trivandrum Airport. But the state government, which again is a communist government, didn't want to leave the airport to private sector, and so the government decided to bid for the maintenance of the airport along with the private agencies which are in the row. The state government engaged a consultancy. They also went for the bid, but it lost because the rates that the state government put forward in the bid was lesser than those of the private bidders. And automatically the private bidders got the bid. But thereafter, there was a series of statements with fun that was released by the top leaders of the government of Kerala and also the party CPIM, which is leading the government. The state secretary of the party, Kodiyeri Balakrishnan, said that the government was not aware of the fact that the consultancy which was engaged by the state government and the group which got the bid were having connection. This was the allegation that was raised against the state government, that the consultancy which was engaged by the government to prepare the bid was having connection with the group which got the contract to maintain and operate the airport. Then the leader said that it was a responsibility of the consultancy to avoid the consultancy if it was having some connection with the other bidders. And the statement of the state leader of the party, it created enough fun and all. But following the statement of the state secretary, then came the statement or response of the minister concerned also. The Industries Minister E.P. Jayarajan, who is in charge of KSIDC, Kerala State Industrial Development Corporation, which is the nodal agency which was assigned to take the task of getting the bid to maintain the airport. What the minister said was that the minister and even the government was kept in darkness regarding the relationship that the consultancy was having the other bidder. The minister was following the same words of the party secretary, which was accepted by all those who know something about the government, its operations and consultancy and all these things, and also the failure that the government had in getting the bid was creating enough fun in the society. The statement of the minister goes like this: the government was unaware that Gautam Adani's son's father-in-law was the owner of the company. It approached the firm as it was a gentleman legal consultancy. But when the company came to know that the government was moving against Adani Group, it should have informed the government or KSIDC of its links. We don't know whether more fun or more statements of fun are going to be repeated by more leaders of the party or the government. As I said earlier, this is the last one in the series, and prior to this, there is a series of cases against the state government. Different departments of the government are under scanner, and various agencies, central government agencies, are inquiring into different cases related to different departments and ministers of the state government. The series started with the allegation of using diplomatic channel to smuggle large amounts of gold to Kerala. A few persons were arrested in this case, and the inquiry led to the role of the Principal Secretary of Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan in this smuggling series. Also, the Speaker of the Kerala Legislative Assembly, P. Sriramakrishnan, and also one Minister of Higher Education, K.T. Jalil, were also suspected, and inquiry is going on. In between came the second case. It was again against the Minister of Higher Education KT Jalil. The allegation was that KT Jalil managed to collect a set of Holy Quran books from UAE consulate, and it was taken to his constituency in northern Kerala, misusing CAPT, a Government of Kerala institution, and its vehicle, and also the facilities of the government institution. The reply that the minister gave was that there is nothing wrong in a government institution handling a holy book. His role in arranging zakat or Ramzan relief to certain families from the UAE consulate, that also was in question, and there were allegations that he was having connection with UAE consulate and also the staff who were working there, and also with people who were working there earlier. If we go one step backwards, the next explanation was from the Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan himself. When his principal secretary Shivashankar IAS was found to be suspicious, what the Chief Minister said was that I was not knowing what was being done by the principal secretary. The principal secretary is an officer who is so close to the Chief Minister and who is supposed to be under the direct control of the Chief Minister. Shivashankar was also the IT secretary, and there were allegations regarding the IT department also. Again, this IT department also was under the control of Pinarayi Vijayan while these allegations against Shivashankar was being raised. The latest in the series is Life Mission Project, which is a project to build a few houses to those who are not having houses in Chalakudi in Thrissur district. The project again was under the control of Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan, but the project CEO UV Jose IAS signed a contract with Red Crescent without informing Foreign Ministry, Government of India, and nothing regarding the protocol was followed or met by the Kerala government agency. According to the media reports, everything was done in a hurry, and also the people who are involved as middlemen got enough money as commission. Swapna Suresh, who is supposed to be the main culprit in the gold smuggling and a series of activities which is having connection between the Kerala government and UAE government, openly said before the investigative agencies that I have got enough commission in this Life Mission project, standing as a middle person. The series of cases, allegations and charges are giving enough to those who watch Kerala politics and Kerala administration with the statements and attitude and the decisions taken by the Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan, Higher Education Minister KT Jalil, Industries Minister EP Jayarajan, Legislative Assembly Speaker P. Sriramakrishnan, and enough number of higher officials. We don't know where this is going to take the Kerala administration and what is the next in the row which is going to give enough fund to all those who are watching the Kerala administration and also the Marxist regime in Kerala. സമാനമായ റിപ്പോർട്ടുകൾക്കും അവലോകനങ്ങൾക്കുമായി ചാനൽ സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്യുക, ബെൽ ബട്ടൺ അമർത്തി ഓൾ സെലക്ട് ചെയ്യുക.